Hello everybody, it's Roger Death here, and today we're going to be watching a cast of a Funday Monday game. For those of you that don't know what today's topic is, this Funday Monday is called an FFA 123, where in an free-for-all, which we can make up to 8 people in queue or so, I don't know, but we're just doing 4 people here. You are allowed to make 1 unit at the start, and for every player that's eliminated, you can make up another unit up until a total of 3. So if there are 8 people, if you killed off 2 people, you're done. You can't make no more units. You have to publicly announce it like a mono battle. So we are going to open a production, and we are going to see who's building what. Keyflows being annoying and not doing anything. We see stalkers from sophomoric, roaches from /0, who knows what from Kiflo, and of course speedlings from Bean. We need a unit for this to qualify for a Funday Monday. So Marines. Alright. So we do see a good mix of units here at the start, and since we do have all 3 races, so it's not going to be everybody building the exact same thing. Hopefully it doesn't come down to Zerg v Zerg, because that's kind of annoying. Let's see. We see the spawning pool going down. First producing building in the game finally here. Gateway going up for sophomoric. Once again, he's only allowed to build stalkers until he kills somebody. Same with roaches. No, Bean was... Yeah, Bean was speedling. So, wow, he's actually going with a late one. Quick gas. Semi-quick gas, I guess, for... that's a fast hatch. For /. Sophomoric just kind of chilling out. Pool up for Bean. Sorry if I'm a little slow with this. My throat's starting to hurt a little. I think it might be getting cold. It's been going around out here. We see the Queen in production from /0, which is fine because things like that, and obviously workers and observers, those are fine. Those are all fine units. They don't count. So nobody really knows where anybody else is, except /0 almost knows where Kiflo is. Whereas Bean knows where / is. We're just going to call him Blue Zerg and Red Zerg. Because Blue Zerg, Red Zerg, Protoss, and Terran. Make things easy. Metabolic boost being started for Bean, since he has speedlings. No lings actually being made yet. He's probably waiting for them. Roach Warren for our Blue Zerg. Now Queen will take out that Overlord because once it starts, and it has to be like start engaging like right off your own creep to not kill. See a drone coming for fast expand. 2 Zerglings coming out for our Bean Terran. What? Bean Zerg? Yeah, sure. Let's go with that. 3 racks, of course, for Kiflo. Second gateway for sophomoric. It's kind of it's not I'd prefer it, but this one stalker should fend off things fairly well. Sophomoric scouting everybody out while I lag spike. I am a referee, obviously. Sorry about that. Shouldn't happen again. So we see a battle of Zerglings versus Roaches. Roaches will always win unless it's mad, and it says that there's a lot more Zerglings. Spinecrawler. Warp gate's almost done for sophomoric. / is just kind of hanging back for a minute. Helps that he's kind of supply block. Oh no, we're kind of supply blocked up here. So we see another Spinecrawler. Oh no, 2 double. Yeah, another Spinecrawler and an Evo. Just no tech labs or anything. No orbital commands. Nothing. Roaches are going to go for our we can see our first player eliminated here. Will, the Terran player, able to spam out Marines like crazy. Be the first one to go. Let's see. There's one Marine down. It's 2, 3. And that's all the Marines currently out in the field. They are all down. More roaches inbound. You just see some Zerglings hanging out here in the center. And they are actually going to move in on our roach player. So we're going to see a battle. He's got a battle on 2 fronts here. Who's going to be killed off first? Will this be our blue player or will it be our Terran player? I have a feeling it'll be our Terran player. Which will then make it so that everybody can build an extra unit. Well, everybody's surviving. And it looks like this will be successfully held off from /0. Kiflo saying good game. He's going to be the first one eliminated. Terran does not continue until he leaves or is killed. He's probably going to stay just to see the outcome. Stalker's being warped in. A nice little he's not going to make anything else. He's just going to kind of sit here. I'm going to make sure Kiflo's not doing anything, and if he is going to actually he's going to try and stay in, I guess. So that's just confusing because he's just not. He's not out of it yet. More Zerglings coming in for our blue roach player. You kind of just let him live. Never mind, he's going to pull back up here. Kind of passive so far. Nothing too big. We do see +1 melee almost done for our speedling player. Expansion going down for /0. He's actually going to be the last to start expanding. Probably the last to finish their expansion. Will be the last to finish their expansion, actually. He's counting as his mate, so. But the Zerglings are going in for the Protoss player, and it is just some of them got in, and they managed to pull this force out position. He should be sending in these units right now. Yes, he is. He's going to try and take out this forward pylon, which won't do a whole lot. Might supply block him, but otherwise, no, it won't even supply block him. See some probes being taken out, but not much. And he's just gonna, now he's just gonna come in and kill this little force off. He's gonna do a few points of damage. There's that blink to kill a lot of units. Kiflo decides he's actually gonna stay in this for a little bit longer. I don't understand kind of how. He's not in a very strong position. Everybody has a much stronger position than him. Standard Zerg wall off. Make it so they come from one direction. More spine crawlers. Did he move those spine crawlers up? Yeah, he moved those spine crawlers up, so these are new ones. Infestation pit, so we can tech up. +1 ground and +2 melee is going down. We see roach speed finally being researched. I say finally because get out of here, Skype, because it's important. Researching charge for when he gets his zealots. I mean, that's fine. You can prepare for your zealots. You can prepare for when that's going to happen. But until it actually happens, you're still restricted. The Overseer here is trying to find out where everybody is. The only player that can shoot up is the Protoss player. I guess the Terran player technically can too. That barracks is going to die unless he lands it like right now. Kiflo has enough to keep going if he really wanted to. Hopefully he's not going to. Bean is working on Infestor tech. Because, yeah, he's going Infestor. So, armor, +1 +1 armor, ground armor, has finished for Zerg. And is currently working on +2. Roaches are returning home. pretty much upgradeless, grabbing the double gas at the expansion. And we see +1. We see tunneling claws, but do we even have Burrow? No. And Zerg missile attacks. Kiflo still staying in it. He is really stubborn about this, so... Well, it's a good thing that /0 decides to come in and kind of just keep an eye on things. I don't know. He sent him kind of in a weird position here. So Overseer's hurt pretty bad. More gateways. A robotics facility going down. Likely to get observers, which again are allowed. Sophomore looking awfully strong at this point, but then again, so are these +2 or 2-1. I'm used to saying +2/+2 from Magic the Gathering. So is all these Zerglings. We have a lot of Zerglings from Bean. We see an Overseer being more from him. Macro hatch for Zro, and it's just kind of passive. Not a lot going on. +3 ground. Holy cow. He's not even going to bother with armor. He's just going to go +3 ground. That means these stalkers doing a lot of damage a shot. Especially since, what is it? Each one counts as... No, it's just one shot, even though it's 2 bolts. Lots of Zerglings. For the record, you can have a max of 255 units of anything in the same command group. So if you go mass Zergling, you can hypothetically max out. Adrenal glands, a very rarely seen upgrade for Zerglings being researched. That's going to make their attacks go a lot faster. Ground 2 is almost done, and melee 3 is on its way. Lots more Zerglings on their way. And we see that Zero is kind of doing some burrow. Unfortunately, if he comes up here, he's going to run right into these observers. Overseers, whatever. So Sophomoric knows that he's got almost nothing left, and he's probably the only one that can do anything. He's got 4 SCVs this time. Might have that roach follow. And yep, there we go. We see that these roaches can indeed be seen, and they are going to get pretty massive. These 3 spine crawlers and these roaches won't be able to deal with this. We might be seeing the end. We see 6 more. Okay. Might be seeing the end of /0. Oh my god, that's a lot of Zerglings. Holy cow, he doesn't even have them on hotkeys. It's a lot of gateways. Finally, we see an orbital command from the somehow still in it Kiflo. /0 has left the game. So we see Infester coming down from Bean now. Zealot from Sophomoric. And Kiflo, since he's stubborn to the last, he needs a unit. I'm not going to let them know the status of how he is unless he decides to start being tricky. Even though I know that tank's a long way away, I'm not going to let anybody else know. We do see, although Sophomoric does know where he is, we see Zealots out for him. We see Roaches in it, or Zergling and Infestors. You shouldn't be researching anything. See lots of Zerglings streaming in, and those Zealots just going to clean up those Zerglings. Ooh, wow, actually more losses than I thought. Oh, that one's got 4 health. Zerglings players looking for where Zip Low here is. I don't think anybody really knows, except for Sophomore. Zero knew, but he's kind of out of it. He's so newbie. Not really. I think his weakness was just he wasn't building any more units. He kind of tried to sit back, and he picked a fight with the Zergling player, who could easily outmass him, and there's the mech. This is going to be the first big engagement. We see lots of Zerglings, some Infestors, against lots of Stalkers. Interestingly, these Infestors aren't really doing much because they don't have the energy for the fungal growth, which I bet is what they were going to go for. And we will see our Stalker player is able to pretty much finish off, but he will take some large losses. If we take a look at the units lost tab, we see the amount of resources he just lost. quickly skyrocketed because remember these do take 150 or 175 or so per. And while yeah we do see a humongous amount of units lost from Bean, it is remember all Zerglings, so it's not a humongous deal. A hidden command. This is sneaky. I like that command center from Kiflo being made up here. Zerglings streaming in from everywhere. Let's go back to the production tab because we can, although we can see more units being lost, but it's just not enough. It's not enough to really make a difference. Third expansion, or second expansion going down for Bean with the gold. And ooh, ground carapace 3. I wonder what we're gonna see our final unit be for Bean. And this won't be a deciding engagement because we're gonna see some fungals hopefully. Fungal, come on, fungal. I saw fungal, I think. Alright, so we're gonna see that force from sophomore kinda got wiped out because there was just not enough units there. I think this might be the end for sophomore because he is. What's his probe count? Low, 56 on 3 bays. That's low even for me. Although then again, he is there. I mean, he just lost a lot of units, a lot of very expensive units. See another gateway coming down. I don't know if he can really afford that. I really don't think he can. He's just going to turn this into an orbital command and use it for the energy for the mules, I bet. Factory being built from Kifloka, who is somehow managing to still be in. Third expansion now going down. Lots of macro hatches just because he's got so flippin' many Zerglings. That is just lots of Zerglings. Probes coming over here. Are they going to start an expansion? Meanwhile, we do see the engagement with the Overseer. Holy cow, that's a lot of infestors lost. These infestors are just going out. And, uh-oh, they stumbled upon a Zergling force, but I think these Zerglings are going to fall round armor 2 for Zephoric. Which means that he's going to be negating 3 damage from each Zergling, which means, but with that attack speed, yeah, they can just chew their way through them, especially if they get that big of a surround off. This one is not going to end someone's favor, and will likely result in a GG because of them. So there's just not enough units. What are these? Can you pull them back? Yeah, I just pull them back. We're going to see them stream right up in a sophomore base while we see our first siege tank come rolling out. The other gold. Oh, we canceled this expansion here and decided to take it on. Let's take the other one on the other side. We should take these because these are already all set up for Zerg with their creep. No creep tumors though. I am disappointed. Actually, there's no creep tumors from any player. That kind of bums me out. Bean did manage to take out the second base, and if we were to check, we just see tremendous losses. Yeah, just tremendous losses from sophomoric. It doesn't matter that they've lost more units. Sophomoric is GGing and has left Mutas. And what will be our last unit from Kiflo? Since he's still in, despite GGing. He wasn't expecting this at all. It's not going to matter, though. Because we see the Zerglings here. Not me at that one. And so we just see the giant Vikings to deal with the Muta threat. These siege tanks might actually be helpful in defending off these Zerglings here. Because the splash damage will pretty much kill them. Trying to find that last base. Did he come over here to the Zerg's area? Let's see. Uh-oh. We found him. Hello. Siege tanks are going to fall, and this is GG, folks. That's game 1 of the set. We're going to try and do a couple more. I'm not sure if I'll cast them or not, but I will in the description, for sure, I will provide a little replay pack for you guys. This is Roger, that's signing off.